say. It's time! But let's get retroactive as always. Let's get retroactive. Let's get retroactive.
All right, how we doing, everybody? Welcome, dreamers and streamers, to another excellent episode of Retromania. This is Retromania 66, and when I think about just all the great times we've had together through 60-plus episodes of Retro, many episodes, lots of different themes, but one does stand out to me, and it's not like the one you would think. Now, we've had episodes based on Mario, Sonic, Sega, Nintendo, you name it, all through the ages of history, and it's actually kind of funny because there have been so many episodes of Retromania that you can actually go through the eras of Retromania. There's actually such a thing as a retro episode because I started this almost 5 years ago. Again, hard to believe, but 2019 I started with Retro Request Party, and it's been going strong ever since. But one of my favorite episodes of Retro Request Party was episode 33, an episode called Sports Ball, and it was just that. It was a bunch of sports games across different generations. We even had Space Jam from the Sega Saturn on there. We had, all kinds of, also sports games have appeared in other episodes, but the all sports episode of Retromania's, or Retro Request Party as it was called at the time, was always one of my favorite ones, maybe because it ended with me playing the snowboarding game SSX on Xbox. That's a lot of X's. SSX, and literally falling off the mountain to my doom. Sports games is kind of an all-encompassing thing. I mean, obviously you got baseball games, football games, basketball games, etc., your usual sports that you'd expect. But what's cool about video games, and why I like pinball games so much, not that we'll see those today, but what I like about, video games in general, as it comes to reimagining sports, you can have, your realistic simulators like Madden or MVP Baseball, which we might see today, different things like that. But then you got your wackier sports, you got your Mario Golf, your Mario Tennis, your, even Rocket League, which I was tempted to put on this list, but I didn't, only because I feel like I play Rocket League so much on the channel as it is, it really wouldn't feel like that special of a thing. But you have what you call your fantasy games, games that are literally invented for video games, or maybe you have more of an arcade take on a real sport, like NFL Blitz on Sega Dreamcast, which, wouldn't you know it, I have that in here somewhere too. So anyway, those of you who have been here before, welcome to the show. Once again, Bobby Gaines, Chaos Blur, retro game enthusiast, nothing you haven't seen or heard before. But welcome to the show. I'm also a big sports fan. I don't know if we have any sports fans in the crowd. I was going to perhaps wear my Celtics gear if the Celtics had won the championship last night, but not only did they not win the championship, they got destroyed by the Dallas Mavericks in Game 4 of the NBA Finals, so that'll be a little time capsule thing. If I ever go back and rewatch this episode years from now, I can remember that game where the Celtics got destroyed by 38 points in Dallas against the Dallas Mavericks, which will hopefully just be a blip on the radar on their way to an 18th World Championship. Long story short, had the Celtics won that game and won their 18th championship, I'd likely be sitting here in a Celtics jersey and maybe even my Celtics hat. But as it is, well, not doing any of that. But hopefully what we will be doing here momentarily, and as usual, this is kind of the slow part of the show where things kind of ramp up and I see, who we have on the chat line and, get the voting going. When that does happen, and hopefully it happens soon, because I can only talk for so much about sports. As much as I love sports, I do love sports. Yeah, I know. Not a very entertaining show when I'm just talking to my phone. But anyway, like I said, we got Retromania 66 here, all sports edition. I remember, I think earlier this week or maybe last week, my friend Big Mac telling me, I don't really like sports. I'm like, well, I got bad news for you, buddy. But that's okay, because we're going to have all kinds of sporting games here. Like I said before, some retro, some a little newer. Although, actually, it's pretty focused, I think, in terms of we're kind of staying in that... You know what? I'm not even going to say, because I'm going to end up saying something that's going to end up being wrong later on in the show. But again, welcome to Retromania. We got a couple of new drinks on the table here, or on the desk, if you will. We got Mountain Dew, never content to leave it at one or two flavors, with two new flavors here for the upcoming 4th of July. And by upcoming, I mean still a few weeks away. We got Freedom Fusion and Star Spangled Splash. There's actually a third one that I wasn't even going to bother with. And then, of course, if all else fails, we got Coca-Cola Classic, and it is indeed an American classic. Right back here behind me by the Pac-Man area, because Pac-Man is also, I was going to say an all-American classic, but it was created in Japan, so it's an all-Japan classic. But sports are enjoyed all around the world, just as I hope Retromania is enjoyed all around the world. In fact, I think I have more fans overseas than I do here in America, but that's mainly because people in America already know me well enough, and they know better. But anyhow, seriously, it's been a great crowd. I'd like to kick off this first vote in a little bit, but still waiting for some more people here as we are on the coming up on the 10-minute mark here. As I said before, not my first time doing a sports-themed Retromania. Clearly not my first time doing a retro. I've done these since 2019, which seems like an ancient time now. At the same time, it doesn't seem that long ago. But yeah. God, if I had to guess, I'd say that episode of Retromania was probably from 2021 or so, the 33rd episode, which featured a wide array of sports games. I tried not to just repeat that, like in the first sports ball way back in 2021. It was like, baseball games, football games, basketball games, whatever. I'm mixing it up this time, so every round is going to have a little bit of each, and of course it'll be up to you, the viewers and the voters, to vote on the games that you want. There is Retro Chaos, which is a very special one-time use award that anybody can activate if they have the money, the Chaos coins, to activate it. And that will, of course, trigger, well, what I call just pandemonium in the stands as people just vote for whatever game they want. And, of course, as always, the rounds are about 5 minutes of voting. I don't like to wait too long to start it, so probably give it another minute or so, and then I'll fire up round one, and hopefully we can get things going from there. With some classic gaming. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway, because it looks like I have to wait for the vote to load. Alright. So, without further ado, let's get retroactive here with round one of Retro Freaking Mania. It is sports games, of course, but these are particularly classic sports games like baseball, just called baseball, on the original Nintendo. Of course, we got Tecmo Bowl, a world-renowned classic football simulator. We've got NBA Jam, perhaps Randy's favorite sports game, if Randy's here today. We got NHL 95 on Sega Genesis. Actually, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's the 4 games for round one. So feel free to cast your vote now while I wait here in stunned silence and anticipation. 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. All right. Like I said, no viewers in sight just yet, but hopefully that changes in the near future as Retromania 66 is underway. And yeah, we gonna get it done here. All right. Whew. In a good mood. I know it's not officially summer yet. I think a couple weeks till summer, June 21st, but well, actually, no, that's next week. So yeah, no, summer is pretty much here. I've been to a number of baseball games. Perhaps that's what's inspired this episode. In particular, it's just the number of baseball games I've been to already Always a fan of live sports, fan of sports in general, but yeah, hopefully we're going to have some fun with this. Again, this is the first round of Retromania. Baseball, it's literally just called baseball. There were actually quite a few of these on the original NES. Baseball, I don't know if they had a game called football, but they had a game called tennis, ice hockey, etc. I thought that'd be kind of a fun way to start things off. Of course, we got Tecmo Bowl, which not much has to be said about Tecmo Bowl that isn't already known. But that is our lineup for round one here in Retromania 66. Oh yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Of course, back in Retro 33, as I was calling it back then, I was just wearing a Red Sox t-shirt. Today I'm actually sporting, although you can't see it under the voting graphic, I'm actually sporting a full-on Red Sox jersey featuring my favorite pitcher of all time, Jonathan Papelbon, a former Red Sox closer, but none of that is really relevant right now, as we get ready to vote for round one of Retromania 66. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, it's always good to be on. Good to have a retro experience with everybody. Waiting on the first vote of round one between these four classics. I know if Randy were here right now, he'd be hammering the NBA Jam icon, if you will. NBA Jam is more or less the same game on Genesis or Super Nintendo, so I actually do think I own both, but for today's episode, should it win, we have the cartridge of NBA Jam, and I try to have the OG cartridges or discs if I can sometimes. Like some of these games, like Tecmo Bowl or baseball, I might have to move over to the Nintendo Switch to actually play those because I don't actually own the original media, but I can get them other ways. But anyway, we are off to the races here with round one. Oh, we got one vote. Oh, we got two votes. We got two votes in now. All right, we're heating up now. I was going to say, as soon as I saw that first vote was NBA Jam, I'm like, okay, that's got to be Randy. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but we got two votes in a row. I'm not going to say what they are, even though I already just gave one away. As we are heading down the home stretch here, we got a tie of 1-1. That's all I will say here in Retromania 66. All right, well, nice to see you, mystery voters, people of Earth, ladies and gentlemen, etc., etc. NBA Jam, as I was just showing it off. It's like I was selling the cartridge, and it must have worked because somebody took the bite there. But anyhow, welcome again, everybody, to Retromania 66. Still got some more time to vote. Don't know how much more time, but we'll find out right after this. I'm kind of out of words to say because I've said so many things now. I'm like, I don't know what else to add. I kind of introduced the show. I talked about the different games we're going to see today. I introduced this round in particular, and here we are, just kind of doing our thing. So we got two votes, so I know people are here, hiding in the stands, maybe up in the nosebleed seats, but we got some people here. Yes, I'll be making many sports-related references in today's episode. That's to be expected, but for right now, we got a 1-1 tie here in Retromania 66. Round one, I might add. All right. Still 1-1. Somebody voted for NBA Jam pretty quick, though. But then they were met up with some resistance from somebody who voted for cool. Oh, thank you for the chat message there, Mr. Old Machine. Yes, this is a cool show of sorts, Retromania. We got a 1-1 tie, though, as it turns out. So our first round is a 1-1 tie. Hold on here. Okay, so the poll is actually blocking some of my stuff there. How you doing, Mr. Old Machine? Yes, we are all about old machines here. However, with a 1-1 tie, that means that we have to go to Retro Trivia in order to determine what game I play first. So the rules of the trivia are simple. I show a multiple choice question with A, B, or C. Whoever types the correct answer first controls the board and can decide what game we play next. I haven't actually had to do this in a few episodes, so let's see how we do here. I'll throw up the question in just a minute. But first, welcome to the show, Mr. Old Machine. Good name to have for a Retromania. And right now, getting things going, Retro Trivia question number one. And you don't have to type the whole answer. You only have to type A, B, or C. But here we go. This one is actually about NBA Jam. Which of these famous NBA players did not appear in NBA Jam? Is it A, Michael Jordan, B, Patrick Ewing, or C, Dennis Rodman? And again, this one is for control the board for round 1 of Retromania. So A, B, or C? B is not correct. Anybody else? Any other guesses? No, I get it's a complete guess. I was actually surprised to learn this myself. I just learned this the other day when I was looking up stuff about NBA Jam. But, I mean, you can guess again if nobody else is guessing, because there's only so many people on this chat. We'll find out what the answer is momentarily. I think there's only like a minute on these two. Like there's only a minute on the actual questions. I'm not into sports though. Oh, that's not good then. I got bad news for you because it is a all sports themed episode of Retromania 66. Well, just Retromania. This just happens to be the 66th episode, but what are you gonna do? All right. Well, if we don't have any other takers, I don't think I've ever actually seen this before. Where retro trivia is also not going to break the tie. But all right, I don't have any other solutions. The answer, believe it or not, was A. Michael Jordan was not in NBA Jam, despite being the most famous basketball player on the planet at the time. He had his own licensing deal and was not in the original game. He did appear in like the 1997 version, but I wasn't really counting that. So with a two-way tie, I guess what's going to have to happen is I will break said tie. We're going to get into a little, well, fittingly enough, NBA Jam, since that was one of the two choices that tied. I don't know who else voted. But we're going to go ahead and fire things up here on my Retron 5. If you don't own a Retron 5, I highly recommend it. If you got a bunch of retro cartridges laying around, this thing can play Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and any number of cartridges. And we will see it in action right now. Again, Randy's going to miss some NBA Jam here. All right, here we go, right now.
Welcome to NBA.
I do enjoy being welcome to NBA Jam with an exaggerated echo afterwards. All right. Funny enough, I think if I play the Celtics, it'll actually put me against the Mavericks. Oh no, it still has my red key. I'm 0-14. All right. Yeah, I really suck at this, don't I? I've not defeated any of the 27 NBA teams. Well, what the heck? I'll go for it again as the Boston Celtics with Dominique Wilkins and some guy named Brown, not Jaylen Brown. I know that much. So this is actually going to be kind of funny. I think it's going to put me up against the Mavericks. Yep, it really is. It's a actual rematch of the current NBA Finals. Dallas and Boston. What better way to settle it than on the floor with NBA Jam? Ah. Oh, shoot. I completely forgot the controls here for a second. Oh, all right. Three-pointer. Did not mean for that to happen. Get the ball. Get the ball again. That's not getting the ball. Ah. Nice three. Keep in mind I am 0 for 14 here, so I'm not getting my hopes up on winning this one. And I'm starting to forget the controls of the game, too. Alright, wise pass. Ah. Oh, nice. Get the rebound. Get the rebound. Box him out. Box him out. Really, he's not boxing him out. Really, just give up an easy two. Kaboom. Ah, he went up for it. All right. Oh, no! Oh, that's devastating. All right, 12 to 8 early on. Let's not... I didn't know. I mean, I knew there was a shot clock, but, like, I just didn't realize it was going to be like that. Whatever. Oh, damn it. Oh, giving them the easy dunk inside, too. That's just not good. Ah, so far, this is going like the actual Mavericks game from last night. Needless to say, not very good. Down 16 to 10 going here. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. That's not me getting it. That really is me getting it. Go for the dunk. What? Blocked. All right. Oh my God. Dallas playing some stifling defense, not too unlike the real Mavericks from last night. All right, this is disappointing. Ooh, at least they missed it too, but it's 18 to 10 after one quarter. Hey, what's going on, Randy? Welcome to Retromania 66. Fittingly enough, we are playing some NBA Jam here to kick things off. I thought for sure you were the one who voted for NBA Jam because that was the game, or one of them. Funny enough, it is Celtics versus Mavericks here. All right, here we go. I'm trying to get on the board here. Well, I'm already on the board. I'm trying to do better here in the second quarter. Oh my gosh. Terrible does not begin to describe how bad that game was. Okay, Mavericks just like in real life here, taking it to me here. Oh my God. Oh, get it? Wow, okay, thank you, Lord. Jeez, just getting it thrown down on me here. Nice dunk. I'm hoping. Get it? Oh, all right. All right, I'll take the free three-pointer, even though it was not my intention. This game does have a fair bit of rubber banding, where if you get too far behind, the game will let you back in, and vice versa. Though that doesn't seem to be the case right now. Got it. Pass it. No! Block it! Ah. Oh. Alright, I like that little propeller sound effect at least. Oh, just an easy jump shot given up there. There we go. Got it. Oh, no! Oh. Boom shakalaka. Oh, they're making like everything here. What the hell was that shot about? Not leaving me with a lot of time on the clock either. Oh, it's glitching on NBA Jam of all things. Ah. Ah. I think a substitution might be in order here. So let me do substitutions? It must. We'll try it. I mean, I don't really see me doing any better or worse here. Alright, pass it in. Ah. Ah. Oh, no. Okay, really? Somehow we got worse after the substitution. Throws it down with authority there. Ah. So we need something here. We need some kind of spark. I mean, this is pathetic. If I wanted this, I just watched the real Celtics. What? Jeez. Holy crap. Oh, there we go. Got it. What? I was trying to pass it. Nice steal. Wow, that was a very unusual way to make that shot, but all right. Ah. What? All right, well, it wasn't the play I was aiming for, but it worked, sort of. Get it. Got it. Pass it. Shoot it. All right, being a little more competitive now. Oh, it's glitching. It's glitching, but also nobody's really here, so I can't do a whole lot. Got it. Got it down to 10. Got it down to 8. What a comeback this would eventually be. Hey, it's Toaster Cartridge. Now somebody's here. Well, Randy was here too. I just don't know if he's still here. Come on. Got him. For the block, that really is not going for the block. All right, let's go for a three-pointer. Come on. All right, that's about how the game went last night too. Whew, down by 10 with the one quarter to go. What's going on, Toaster? Thanks for joining us here for some Retromania 66. Coaching tips. I need some coaching tips after that first quarter. Or first 3 quarters, to be precise. We'll try this matchup. I mean, it's still technically possible I could come back in this. I don't see it happening, but it's possible. All right, there you go. Quick response there. Down to 8. Pretty much I'm just down to hoping they miss shots. Really, it's not them missing shots. All right, there we go. That's a 3. Got down to 5. Oh, it's glitching again. Can't handle these high-end graphics. These 4K Super Nintendo graphics. Hey, yo. I do enjoy when it can't handle high-end Super Nintendo graphics. That really is not me saving that. Nice from the corner! 3! It's a 3-point game. It's not a 3-point game. Oh no! Three-point game again. God damn it again. God damn it again. Back to a 7-point game here. Got it. The dunk. Let's go. Oh, he's heating up. And I'm throwing down. What? Oh, damn it. Got it to 5. Damn it. I need a bit of a miracle here. 3-point game. Good game to start the retro with, I will say. A little too late, though. It doesn't matter, we lost. Of course, now they make the 3 anyway, but we already lost. They actually made that more of a game than I thought, though. Losing 73 to 68. Definitely better than last night's actual Dallas and Celtics game, which was Very bad. But anyway, welcome to the show, Toaster. We also had somebody named Mr. Old Machine for a little bit, as well as Randy. But other than that, much like a Tampa Bay Rays game, it's been pretty small showing here so far. But hopefully that changes as we ramp things up and get ready for round 2 of Retromania. How you doing today? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, yeah. And no, this is not Mountain Dew Whiteout, but this is instead Mountain Dew Freedom Fusion for some reason. But anyway, with that sporting music in the background, let's get ready for round 2 of Retromania 66. And wouldn't you know it, it's more sports games, but this time from the world's greatest console. Let's check out some Sega Dreamcast picks. We got NFL 2K, NBA 2K1, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. But damn it, I forgot my own choices. We'll see what they are whenever it loads. Virtua Tennis and WWF Royal Rumble. At least one of those would be a good pick for Randy. But we'll see which one does get picked as Retromania continues right now. There we go. Alright, so once again we got NFL 2K, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Virtua Tennis, NBA 2K1, and WWF Royal Rumble. All this and more, potentially on Retromania 66, the Sporting Edition. Sports Ball 2, if you will. For those of you who don't remember Sports Ball 1, it was way back in the fall of 2021, Retro 33. Exactly 33 episodes ago. But if I was ever going to try a gimmick again, it would be a sports one. Now, we had a tie vote in round 1 of Retromania. It went to, well, it was a 1-to-1 vote, went to Retro Trivia. No correct answers, so I broke the tie with NBA Jam, which is why we just saw that sort of exciting Celtics-Dallas game. It got a little more interesting at the end, unlike the real Dallas-Celtics game. But anyway, feel free to cast your votes up now. The polls should be up on the chat with NFL 2K, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Virtua Tennis, NBA 2K1, and WWF Royal Rumble. All Sega Dreamcast games. And I'm here for it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for me money. For some retroactivity, you know? It's been a little while since we had a Retromania, almost 2 months now. Retro 65 back in April. But, yeah, we ready to rock. Here with Retromania 66, the sequel to the beloved Sports Ball. Of course, the day after the Celtics play a complete stinker of a game in the NBA Finals, Game 4, this could have been a day to celebrate that championship. Instead, we'll be celebrating the fact that Retromania is indeed back. As I am looking at a 5-game slate of choices here that, well, does not have me envious of the choice that you'd all have to make. With NBA, you guys can read. NFL, I always find it interesting because you look at the sports games of old and, you see the stars, or who were the stars back at the time. In this case, with NFL 2K, it's Randy Moss with the Vikings, who hasn't played in a number of years, obviously. Later played for the Patriots. Of course, Tony Hawk, an icon in the 90s and early 2000s. NBA 2K1, we got Allen Iverson on there. Virtua Tennis, I'm not sure who's on the cover of Virtua Tennis. I can't even look at my copy of the game because it's just a disc. It doesn't actually have the cover athlete on it. Virtua Tennis, there you go. Well, feel free to vote on the poll that has appeared up on the screen. But yeah, Virtua Tennis is a pretty fun game on the Dreamcast. I mean, they're all fun games. We got, of course, the classic Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the original game, which also appeared on PS1 and other consoles of its time. All kinds of stuff, really, here on Retromania 66. Meantime, we got that funky basketball music playing in the background. More Retromania right now. Can't tell if you're actually voting for Virtua Tennis, you're just saying Virtua Tennis. But yes, there is a Virtua Tennis, just like there's a Virtua Fighter and a Virtua Racer. In fact, there might be a few other Virtua things from Sega, I'm not really sure. We'll find out what wins momentarily. It looks to be about a minute or so to go in this round 2. Round 1 surprisingly had 2 votes. I don't know who cast them, but there were 2 votes in round 1. Round 2 doesn't even look like it's going to match that mark, but we'll find out right after this. All right, time's running out. Once again, the poll should be right up there on the chat room. Poll ended, and we have zeros across the board. However, just by virtue of not having anything else to pick from, and the fact that only one of you said the name of a game, whether it was a vote or not, I'll go ahead and go with Virtua Tennis, because technically Toaster said Virtua Tennis. Even though he didn't officially vote in the poll, but I don't care, because that counts as a vote to me. That's just how it is. The voice of the people. The voice of the people takes many different forms sometimes. Sometimes it's literally somebody voting. Sometimes it's just them saying the name of something. Well, looks like the last game I had in here was, what do you call it? Sonic Adventure 2, which is obviously a little bit more well-known of a game. But anyhow, we got Virtua Tennis coming right up here. Been a long time since I played the Dreamcast version of this game. They also had a couple games on Xbox and Xbox 360, most recent of which, and by recent I mean like 14 years ago, whatever, was Virtua Tennis 3 on the Xbox 360. But right now we're going to check out the original Virtua Tennis, and I'm not going to worry too much about save data or anything like that for today's episode, especially for a game like this, because I'm sure when I boot this up it's going to be like, oh, you don't have Virtua Tennis save data or whatever. Okay, for some reason the Dreamcast is not powering on. There you go. It's a little unusual. There you go. Doesn't make any sense because it's plugged in, clearly. Okay, I'm gonna have to play this game of Find the Cable in just a second. I do enjoy trying to find the cable. See, I think I can see it like right here too. It really, I'm gonna say it's right there. There we go. Don't know how that got pulled out, but